Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had your primas smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following Patreons: Abuelitas Journey, Chevelle 66, DAUSHERRERO, GiGi, Jack, Marius, Michigan Wolverines, Nova, Andrew, and Angel. If you haven't signed up for the Patreon, you're missing out. Now, this episode right here is going to be about the time I almost got beat up in a Chow Hall by the Southern Hispanic Mexicans, the Sureños. Alright, this incident happened at Centinela State Prison. The time frame for this one had to have been 2008-ish, right? It was A-Yard. Level 3 GP, okay? If I haven't already said that one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say the most dangerous place that an incident can kick off is the Chal Hall, right? It is actually so dangerous that back then, and they probably should still do it now, is that any code, any incident or alarm that went off inside of the Chow Hall where the inmates eat and cook in the back and the dining facility, those codes would automatically be upgraded to a code 2, right? So you would never hear code 1 alpha dining, right? It would always automatic code 2 alpha dining, just because of the propensity for violence. You have those silver tables, chrome looking metal table, steel tables, rows and rows, probably about four little round stools to each table. You have a gunner's post, right? But in level 3s and below, there's no gunner assigned up there, right? In a level 4 and above, there is in fact a gunner with a mini 14, less lethal, and inside the Chow Hall, you ain't shooting a warning shot, right? There's signs all over, and anybody that's been in there can attest to that. No warning shots fired in here. There's other areas, I think, inside of the housing unit, will also say no warning shots. Reason being is everything is concrete and steel. Bullets, especially a 223, will just bounce around, right? The velocity is so fast, and that's the reason why we ain't trying to have anybody else get hit that's not supposed to get hit, right? So that's how serious, that's how dangerous the Chal Hall. Plus, okay, the feeding procedures. You have the dining area where they eat, right? You have in the front, this was at Centinela, a scullery area where they have this big old machine that washes the tray with like extreme hot water pressure, right? Just steam, and they that door is locked, right? That door is locked. It's a prison. And then there's a big old slot where the inmates are done eating. They'll just put their tray there. The inmates inside working. The kitchen workers will get it and do their... It's just like, all right. In the back, you have a wall with a door that also has a lock. And you have back there, you have one officer, the culinary cop, and one supervisor cook. He's a free staff that oversees the inmate kitchen workers. They order the food, they prepare it, they store it, they do this, they do that. You have the steam line in the back where you have all the inmates assigned to their own little thingy. They'll be putting the apple on the tray, they'll be slopping the food, and then all there is a window about this big where simply a tray can fit through there. You can't even, like, unless you're like looking through there. And it's kind of a cool concept, I guess you can say, because, like, you know, you see in the movie, what was it? Blood In, Blood Out, where he's like, hey, I want my chop. Remember that movie? Well, there ain't much of that because you cannot see, so you're just simply getting a tray, right? And the scary part is, inside of the Chal Hall, where the inmates are eating, you only have two officers in there. One, that their job is to be at that window to ensure no funny business goes on. You know, ensure that they only get one tray. It just ensure no funny business is going on, right? And then you have the officer that seats the inmates. And in a normal prison, in Centinela, right? It's not like Donovan, which is a free-for-all. You can get up, sit down, jump, do jumping jacks, burpees, whatever you want. Punch the cop, slap the cop, get more coffee, slap the cop, then get more coffee, then sit back down, right? It ain't like that in a real normal prison. You actually have an officer that is seating inmates at every chair, every stool, boom, boom, boom. And then when they're done eating, they'll say, next row. The row will get up, go. Next row. The row will get up. Next row. Last row. And so on and so forth, right? Now down to the nitty gritty. I almost got my ass beat inside of the culinary by a bunch of Southern Sureños, man. Not by my own doings. Not by my own doings, man. Man, I think by now we have established, right? As a community, we have established that not everybody is the same, right? Everybody who wears green is not the same. We are our own individuals, our own personalities, our own problems, our own backgrounds, experience, so on and so forth. Okay, I was working with a female partner. And just for first and foremost, you're going to hear me say female, male, it doesn't matter, right? I'm just telling you a story. And then again, not to throw, I've worked with many solid female partners. That's for 100% sure. Right in the mix fighting when we're all fighting. That's the truth, right? So in this day, I was working with a female partner, man. This girl was bad news. Bad news. Right, bad news as in all bad, like starting fights, disrespectful. Oh my, the last thing anybody on blue or green side is going to do is be disrespectful in a prison. Now, you're going to get punched, you're going to get stabbed, you're going to get beat up, you're going to get stomped out, you're going to get the whole gauntlet you're going to get, right? This female was disrespectful, out of pocket, out of line, out of control. Probably damn near crazy, right? Just ooh, right, man. And without like spreading rumors or getting too much into that, it's kind of like maybe at the time I kind of already had gathered my own personal idea of that individual, right? Because I'm never gonna be one like putting forth rumors, especially like if that person ain't never did nothing to me yet, right? So, man, on this day, can't even tell you what day it was or what month, around 2008, I probably had 2.5 years in the department, maybe pushing 3, 2-year wonder, like probably 24 years old, man, I'm right there at the window. And mind you, I've already told you guys that back in 2008, right, they were not paroling individuals. People were not going home, right? So there was no hope. These dudes were about the business. The inmates did not have a problem beating up, stabbing up cops whatsoever. Didn't even think twice. Matter of fact, they probably went back to their cell. Good looking out, homie. You got one in for Team Blue, right? Like it was different, right? It was different. You had youngsters on that side. There I am, standing at the window, minding my own damn business. Seems like I'm always minding my business, right? And then I start overhearing loud commotion. Right? Loud commotion, boom. Ears perk up, I look. That female partner is yelling. First of all, ain't nobody supposed to be straight yelling, like scolding like a little kid, right? Yelling at anybody, let alone in front of their homies, right? Oh my God. I don't got to tell you what's going to happen. Man. I'm right there. I hear this yelling, right? I look fast. It was 3/4 of the way filled up, right? pretty much the whole damn Chow Hall was filled up. You still had dudes trickling in. The inmate was wearing his hat, right? His hat. The rule is you're not supposed to wear headgear into the culinary, right? Shirts tucked in, let me see your ID, remove your headgear, fellas. Right? Whatever the reason, I don't know. Sometimes they like to push the envelope. They like to keep their hat on. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they blatantly forget, right? And I'm not here to make excuses or give up. I don't know the situation, what transpired. All I know is it went south fast. So she said, take your effing hat off. Take your effing hat off, right? And everybody just stopped. Boom. Because of how she was getting at this dude, right? What? Take your effing hat off. What? You think I won't hit my alarm? What? I don't know if she called this dude a punk. I don't. Oh my. It got right there, right? What? You think I won't hit my alarm? That Southerner looked at me. I looked at him. And I went like this. Like, hey, dude. Like, hey, I got this, right? Because she had a reputation. She had priors, right? So, like, all Southerners are looking, boom, boom. It just like, boom. He looked at, like, this dude was going to go take flight. This dude was going to take flight. This dude was almost mid-taking flight, right? What, you think I won't hit my alarm? Dude shoots me a look. I shoot that dude a look. I go like that. Like, I got this. Boom, she hits her alarm. Bam, whatever noise it makes. I don't know. Can't remember. Bam. The dude still, right? This dude is, this dude has 1 foot on the gas pedal, right? And 1 foot on the brake. The homie is, and I'm don't get it twisted. If and when it kicks off, I gotta follow suit. I got to, right? And not, Hector, is that your unwritten rules? Is that your written rules? Well, number one, that's, as a man, I gotta, right? Right? I'll leave it at that. So, it would have ended bad. Catastrophe, right? Freaking, the dude is still up, right? I start making my way over there, right? Not like sprinting, not like, I don't even remember how I went over there, right? She's going off. I think, I can't even remember. I think she got this fool's hat and threw it. Like, it was just too much. It was by far too much, right? I walked out of the Chal Hall when responding staff came in. She's still in there singing her high horse. I walk out. The homie, the sergeant, he was cool. He was a cool sergeant, right? The majority were. Hey, you got to get this chick out of here. She has to go. And I never talked to sergeants like that. Not like, I never said nothing like that. But I just damn near lost my life in there, right? Like, it would have not been pretty at all. You got to get her out of here. I'm not going back in there with her, right? And we walked into the middle of the yard, of a yard. And he's like, yeah, man, I heard. People keep telling me. I'm like, dude, she's going to get somebody hurt. She's gonna get somebody hurt, man. It almost just happened. Fuck, I know. So he did what he had to do, like whether it was a redirect, right? Redirect her out of there real quick. Hey, go write your report, lady. Get out of here, right? Trying to make it home at the end of the day. I don't know what happened. Can't recall. Anyways, to make a long story short, she ended up getting fired down the line, right? Fired, dismissed. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go into that. That was the day that your boy almost got massacred, right? Massacred at the young tender age of 24 on a level 3 GPR because somebody got out of pocket. Keep pushing forward.